for the primetime games, and that's what we do here, give you the best picks from the primetime games tonight. Let's take a look here at the lineup on our show. We got Kevin Thomas in, Alaninos, Joe D'Amico from Vegas checking in, and Chris Ruffalo will serve as the co-host, and Brian Bittler will lead us off. Of course, Bittler holding on to that number 1 ranking in college football, and you're coming down to the final game here, Brian.
If I lose, I'm not going to be ranked number 1, so I got to win tonight. Everything's on the line. I won't show up on Friday if I lose tonight.
Oh, on the line here. Everything on the line. All right. I got to join here with my co-host, Chris Ruffalo. Ready to roll, Chris?
Absolutely. When am I not? Let's get it going.
All right, let's get it going. All right, we're bringing back Brian Bittler here as we talked about number 1 in college football. Moving up the rankings in the NBA, Brian. A little sneaky there on the hoops.
NBA, I'm right close to the top, but I'm gunning for Chris Ruffalo. He's right near, basically at the top in college basketball, and that's a spot that I love to have. I love my college hoops, so I'm coming for Chris. It's going to be a battle.
All right, it will be a battle here. Another couple of months of college basketball ready to go. Chris Ruffalo on top of the mountain right now. Documented number 1 college hoops over at Pig Dogs. There'll be a lot of people chasing you. A lot of cappers hot right now in college hoops. So let's get the show started here with college hoops. 8 Eastern time, ESPN Plus says Bradley at Northern Iowa. With Bradley, this line has moved a lot here since the open. We've got Bradley in LA in 2. Total sits 138.
It's a little worrisome when I see this kind of line move, but there is a significant amount of action on Bradley. Yesterday, I had Northern Iowa as a premium pick, and that sailed right to a cover at the end. Had me worried at halftime, but they picked it up. The Panthers did. In my mind, they're one of the better 3-7 teams in the country. Panthers 4-0 against the spread on Monday nights, and Bradley 0-5-1 against the spread, following a straight-up loss. So we're going to put that trend to the test tonight. I like the Panthers here. Play them on the money line. If you can get plus money on it, definitely value. I'm going against the grain here a little bit, and it's tough on back-to-back spots with teams, but I'm going to count on the Panthers to get it done.
All right, Brian on Northern Iowa Panthers here. Plus a 2 against Bradley in Missouri Valley Conference play. ESPN Plus will televise 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Chris, number 1 in college hoops. What do you think about this one?
Geez, Tony, I have a hard enough time fitting through doors as it is, and you're going to make my head that big. I'm just going to have a hard time fitting through this one as well. You have to start me on a game where I'm right on the other side, don't you? I am on the other side on this one. Brian got one over on me yesterday with Northern Iowa. I have a hard time thinking that Bradley's going to take 2 lying down. I am a little bit worried. Bradley I think they're 1-14 straight up in their last 15 trips to Northern Iowa, but I have a hard time thinking that Bradley's going to let one go twice in a row. So I'm leaning towards laying the points of Bradley in the back-to-back spot. I think they get it done.
All right, Chris looks the other way here. All right, Brian, we're going to give you the last word on this one.
Yeah, Chris is exactly right with the points he makes, and it's a reason why it's not a premium play for me. It's just I like Northern Iowa for the beginning of the year, and they let me down at the beginning. I really think this team's going to turn it on towards the end of conference play and make it a respectable season.
All right, Brian, as we know, we're heading here to the stretch run in college football. One more game left. I know that'll be up there as a premium. What you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium? Great numbers, number 1 college football, moving up the rankings here in the NBA.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, guys, you want my college football championship investment, you can pick it up at pickdogs.com. I got the winner on the spread, but also a college basketball and an NBA, which I've been red hot and get my NBA pick. All 3 picks, my Monday night money shot, gave your wallet a money shot for $39.95 at pickdogs.com. All
right, so you can check out Brian Bittler over at Pig Dogs Premium. You can see the numbers here in college hoops. Get that college football game, Ohio State, Alabama. We get part of a package. Go for a long-term pass as well. You get that 7-day or 30-day pass. You get all of Brian's plays from all the sports that he covers: NBA, NFL playoffs, college hoops. NHL starts on Wednesday, so a good time to pick up one of those long-term passes from Brian Bittler over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see document number 1 in college hoops, over 600 units of profit in the NBA. All right, Brian, you bookend this show. We got you back on Friday. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk with you Friday.
You guys have a good weekend, and Chris, I'll see you tomorrow morning.
That's right, tomorrow morning with Chris
Ruffalo. I look forward to it.
Every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time, it's the morning show with Mitch, Chris, Brian Bittler, and Rod Zawacki there in the mornings. Ron Romanelli will join them on the weekends every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show. All right, we'll continue here on the drive-thru, and welcome to the show. Direct from Las Vegas, Nevada is Joe D'Amico. Joe, how you doing in this Carolina blue?
I'm wonderful. Yes, I'm very excited about everything going on. We've got hockey starting this week. We're finishing the college football campaign tonight. We're going straight in another week of NFL playoffs. It just doesn't get any better than this for everybody out there. Here in Vegas, it's just great. We're hitting 65 to 70-degree weather every day. The girls are wearing less, and all my followers are making more, so I'm very happy.
Very happy indeed, Joe D'Amico. All right, Joe, you're going to be looking at a Game 7 Eastern Time. NBA League Pass Channel has the Knicks at the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte now up to a 5-point favorite. Total sits about 212.
Well, guys, I don't know if you're aware of this, but the train just keeps rolling. I was on the show last week, another free pick winner to bring my free pick record on this drive-through show. 38-12. If my free picks are hitting 38-12, 70+%, what do my paid games do? I have another free winner for everyone tonight, guys. While both New York and Charlotte rank at or near the bottom of the NBA in scoring, both are still surprising, many with 5-5 records. You ask how they are doing this? Defense, guys. The Knicks own a stifling defense. They rank in the top 10 in every major category, including the one that counts the most, points allowed. They rank third in the NBA. They yield only 105.9 points a game. Charlotte ranks nearly as tough, and they only give up 109.5 points a game. FYI, entering this matchup, guys, the Knicks have played 7 straight unders, while the Hornets have played the 7 unders over the last 9 outings. Take the under here, guys. Tonight, Knicks, Charlotte, under. Take your bookmaker's money.
All right, I go under 212.5 in this one, Knicks and the Hornets. Chris, what say you in this NBA game?
Well, I think Joe's New York will agree with me on this one, that 5-5 for the Knicks is almost like an 800 record through the first 10 games of the season. I think they'll take it. But, as far as this game goes, I think both teams are on their third game in 4 nights. I think you're going to see some tired legs here. Both are good on the defensive end. Both struggle with offense to begin with. I like the under here as well. I think this is the first to 100 wins this game.
I agree with you. Burks out, a big loss there for the Knicks in the scoring category, as well as Dennis Smith Jr. These are injuries there for the Knicks that impact their scoring. All right, Joe, all agreement here on your underplay. Why don't you let everybody know what you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium? Good night of action.
Well, Tony, Joe D'Amico's going to do it again. This past weekend, I was overall 6-1. I've also won 4 straight college hoops games. Tonight, I have 2 big college basketball winners. I have my 9-2 Vegas Insider move, my 29 8-2 Bookie Buster. I'm also documented over the last 17 years that I'm documented in national title games. 14-3. I have the winner of the OSU-Bama matchup tonight in Miami. And sports fans, what I'm most excited about. Over the years, I've used my connections, my pipelines, and my sources in odds-making, sports books, and sports betting circles to win an MLB, an NFL, NCAA football, NBA, and college basketball handicapping championships, and make all those who follow me a ton of money. Sports fans, Tony, Chris, guys, you're going to flip out. This is going to be my first season taking on the NHL officially. Follow me in my inaugural hockey season from the first puck drop right now on the 13th, straight through the final buzzer of the Stanley Cup Finals, approximately July 9th. I have my NHL discounted package right here at Pick Dogs exclusively. $4.99. You get every single winner I've got. Games of the month included, games of the year included. Everything I have from right now straight through July in the final seconds of the Stanley Cup Finals. And you will have the best hockey season you have had, because I plan on beating everybody out there that's been doing hockey for decades.
That's right, guys. Check out Joe D'Amico over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's got his NHL season pass up there. Good time to pick it up. Or if you want to get one of those long-term passes, that 30-day pass, we'll get you all of Joe's plays from all the sports he caps, NBA, college hoops, the NFL playoffs up to the Super Bowl. Of course, you want to get that Super Bowl pick from Joe, and of course, NHL, which is just about to begin. All right, Joe, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk to you down the line.
I want to thank everybody and listeners. Good luck and have a winning day.
All right, everybody, Joe D'Amico here on the drive-thru. Continue on here with our coverage. A lot of NBA. We will get you a pick from that national championship game a little later in the show. Just a reminder, guys, be sure to subscribe. Free picks every day. It gets started here in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show with Mitch and company. Then we got the computer pick show sandwiched in between the drive-thru. Of course, we're here Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Of course, you'll have Mitch's halftime shows. So you want to tune in tonight. Make sure you have those portable devices ready with those notifications, because Mitch will have his halftime pick from Alabama and Ohio State. And of course, as always, give us that thumbs up, that like. We greatly appreciate that. That helps us a lot, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely it does. I mean, we had a loaded show on Sunday. I think almost 1,000 people watching us at any given time, and we only had a couple hundred likes. But we tell you guys, if you help us out, you're more likely to get those free premiums from us. We're more than happy to give those out if we can get the support, because you know what? Helps us with the YouTube rankings, helps us get our product out to more faces who maybe haven't seen it before. But you know what? Regardless, we love everybody. This is a big Pick Dogs family. We appreciate all the support, appreciate all the help. You know what? We're just going to have a bigger and better year coming up, and we're all going to get through this together. So you know what? If you can help us out, we appreciate it a ton.
We absolutely do, guys. That thumbs, that like up, that's all it takes. Just give us that thumbs up, that like as you watch. All right, continue on here on the drive-thru. Time to welcome Kevin Thomas to the show. Kevin, how you doing?
Good. How you guys doing today?
Doing great. Now you found out your opponent for those Packers this weekend.
I couldn't be more excited for that one. Yeah. Bring the California kid to the snow.
Oh yes. That's I've seen plenty of those games when he's gone into Chicago. It has not been pretty. All right, Kevin. Late night game tonight, 10 Eastern time. Toronto at Portland. Raptors here got a win against Sacramento. Now they're in Portland here with the Trailblazers laying 4.5, total 230.5.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. You got the Raptors. They started January off pretty bad. They're on the road. They're 1-4. This will be their sixth road game, fourth road game in 6 days. And last night they're on a back-to-back, and they had a heartbreaker as they lost by 1 point to the Warriors. That's tough for any NBA team to come back from, especially the Raptors. Then you got the Trailblazers. They got the rest. They're at home. Damian Lillard, he shot 17 points his last game, so the guy's averaging 26.4, so you can expect big things from him tonight too. I mean, that's actually a little prop bet I have, getting his assists and points, so you might want to look into that also. But I just think the Raptors are looking to go home. They're home for 5 days after this, starting with Charlotte, so I think this might be a look ahead, so I'm taking the Trailblazers here.
All right, Kevin says go ahead and take Portland, lay the points here against the Toronto Raptors. All right, Chris, what do you say in this one, this late night game, get out game at 10 Eastern?
Maybe it might be a little bit of sacrilege going against my home team here, but I'm on Portland. The Raptors seem like a value play when they're getting points, but they haven't been playing well enough to give those points any value, especially to start this season. I think Kevin's dead on. I think this is a look ahead spot. They just want to get home. Even though they played well on a back-to-back, the Raptors aren't a team I'm looking to back until we see something consistent. So give me the Blazers.
All right, agreement here with the Portland Trailblazers laying the 4.5 against Toronto. All right, a big night tonight with that college football championship game and hoops action. Kevin, what you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yes, you can still get on my top investment for the championship game tonight, and then also look into, as we got hockey starting up Wednesday. Make sure you like those Flyers against the Penguins Wednesday. That's the first game. But you can also check out a season hockey pass from me and make sure you get on that championship football game. I'm a huge bounce back. Saturday was a great day. Sunday, horrible. Only thing I can do is bounce back tonight, so you want to be on board tonight.
All right, guys, get on board with Kevin Thomas over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see he has long-term passes available. Hockey on the way. Get on board. Pick up that 7 or 30-day pass. You'll get all the plays from Kevin Thomas over at Pig Dogs Premium. Or you can check out tonight. Get the winners tonight. Use those winnings into a long-term pass as well. All right, Kevin, as always, great having you on the show. Good luck with your plays tonight. We'll talk with you next week.
See you next Monday, guys. Thanks.
All right, everybody. Kevin Thomas here on the drive-thru. All right, we'll continue on our coverage, and it's time for Chris Ruffalo up in center here now. You're going to be looking at this game here at 7 Eastern time. NBA League Pass channel has the Suns at Washington Wizards. Suns laying about, boy, this line's all over the place. 5.5, 6, 6.5. Shop the number. Total sits 231.5.
Yeah, this is definitely a game I've kind of keyed in on, only because, you know what, the Phoenix Suns, since their 8-0 run in the bubble, they've been a public team, because a lot of people, we see, obviously everybody wants to be on the winning side, but that winning's carried over into this season. And while I am worried that the public is still going to make this, this Phoenix Suns team hard to bet on in the future, I think we're getting a decent spot with them right now. And you know what? The Washington Wizards, yes, they acquired Russell Westbrook in the offseason, but it hasn't translated to wins on the court. This team is still struggling right now. I believe they're 0-5 at home, 1-4 against the number. This team's falling apart. You've got Bradley Beal saying this team can't defend a parked car. Normally I would say under those circumstances, when you get a leader like that, when you get a guy like Bradley Beal calling the team out, maybe they'll band together. Maybe you'll see them put their best foot forward in the next game. But this team's also banged up. I think they lost Thomas Bryant for the year. You know what? It's a two-man show right now. I think that Chris Paul has calmed down and added some veteran presence and veteran leadership to this Phoenix Suns core. He's sort of, calmed them down and sort of taken them in the right direction. They were already headed that way, but this just sort of pushes them in that direction a little bit further. I think we see the Suns take another step in that direction. I'm laying the points with the Suns in this one.
All right, Chris says go ahead and take the Phoenix Suns. Lay the points here against Washington Wizards. There's some 5.5, 6, 6.5 out there. Shot for the best number right now in this game. All right, Chris, we know the numbers, man. You're number one right now in college basketball. Document over at Pig Dogs Premium. We got the national championship game. What you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium tonight?
Well, tonight I still have my my Monday night play for the college football championship. Tony, like you mentioned, you guys can see the numbers at the bottom. We're having a great college basketball season. We surged to the top of the mountain over the weekend, but you know what? It's a marathon, not a sprint. As cliche as that sounds, we've got a long way to go. So what I'm going to suggest to everybody, hop on that college basketball season pass. Only until midnight tonight. I dropped it $50, $350 for the rest of the college basketball season. You can see how well we've done so. I'm going to try to keep that spot going on so you can guarantee you're going to get forward in these college basketball picks. Excuse me. That's how excited I am. College basketball picks going forward, you're going to get some of the best with that package, or hop on something long-term, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day. We've already had a couple of the guys mention hockey's starting. I got my Leafs jersey right here, ready and raring to go. I've got everything lined up, ready to start this hockey season. I'm pumped. We've got everything, NBA. We've got NFL. We're going to go all the way to the Super Bowl, all these sports that are going on. Guys, that's going to be some of your best value over at pickdogs.com, sportschatplace.com, premium pick section.
Yeah, guys can check out Chris Ruffalo over at Pig Dogs Premium. Over 1,500 units of profit documented right now. Number one in college basketball over at Pig Dogs Premium. Good time to pick up that 30-day all-sports pass. Get on board with Chris Ruffalo. We've got the NFL playoffs, college basketball, NBA. Of course, the NHL is starting on Wednesday, so a good time to pick up one of those all-sports passes. Get every play that Chris Ruffalo releases over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, we'll continue on with the show and more NBA, and we're going to go ahead and welcome Al Ninos into the show. Al, how you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
Hey, can't complain. All right, you're looking at this total, which I've been looking at with these teams quite a bit here. Memphis and Cleveland, 7 Eastern Time, NBA League Pass Channel will televise it. Memphis getting the money here, laying 2. Total sits here about 206.5 to 207.
Yeah, seen some money coming in on Memphis early, but as you said, we're looking at the total here. These two teams just played each other on Thursday. Grizzlies get the rematch today after losing the first one 94-90. It was a very low-scoring game. I don't think it'll be much different this time. We still got the same similar injuries here. The main guys, John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't think we're going to hit many overs with the Grizzlies anytime soon as long as those two are out. They've gone under 6 out of their 9 games so far, and I think that's, as I said, the trend that will continue until they get healthier. Of course, Kevin Love being out is going to help us out here too. And as I said, just think it's a good time to be fading these. Actually, these two teams are pretty good unders, but as long as Memphis dealing with these injuries, I'm going to be looking at unders unless we start seeing totals that are listed under like 200 or something. But again, that's pretty tough. And I actually seen this total rise a little bit, so it's getting close. Obviously, this one starts at 7 p.m., so don't have too much time left, but I guess I'd wait it out a little bit. You might get a 207, so yeah, just wait closer to tip off and take the under.
Now look at the under here, Cavaliers. I don't think they can score 100 points. If you look at their trend, I think it's been almost 8 games. They've been able to get over to 100. And, of course, Memphis, we saw that right off the bat. They were a bad shooting team with John Morant. They've been worse without him. We've seen the unders cash in. Chris, what's you say in this one?
I've got to agree. In the beginning of the day when I was looking at the lines, this was one that just popped up. You had these two teams not scored 184 in the first meeting, and now we're at 206. It doesn't make sense to me. Morant's out. You have the bottom two teams in the league in terms of points per possession. I promise I'll get that right next time. But I think this is an under all the way. I think it's another one with the first 200 wins. So give me the under.
They may be playing for a while before we get to 100. But anyway, I agree with Chris here on the under in this one. All right, Al, what you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium? We got a pretty good night of action.
Yeah, I don't want to take too much of Chris's thunder away. He's been having a great season, but on a bit of a college basketball run myself, 9-1 my last 10 plays. Unfortunately, both my plays for tonight did kick off, but I try to at least get one play a day in each sport. So, check those out. And I still have 2 NBA plays as well as my playing the college football game tonight.
All right, guys, check out El Nino's over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's got his pick up there for the college football playoff game as well, plays from the hoops. Or you can also upgrade, once you get that one-day pass, upgrade to one of those long-term passes from Al. You'll get all of his plays from the sports he releases over at Pig Dogs. All right, Al, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you tomorrow.
Yeah, always a pleasure. We'll see you then.
All right, everybody. Al Nino's here on the show. All right, now it's time for yours truly to step up here with my free pick on the day. We'll get to the Alabama game right after this one. We're going to look here at this Orlando Magic Milwaukee Bucks under 226. Major injuries here for Orlando. We know about Markelle Fultz. That's horrible. Michael Carter-Williams, Evan Fournier, both are out. They're also dealing with other rotational injuries. Ennis is out also, so they lost it. That was a late scratch. It looks like Giannis will play through a back injury for Milwaukee, but again, Magic, I don't think they can do their job to get the points here. They played to under in 5 straight. They sit near the bottom of the league in offensive efficiency, so let's go under 226 here in Milwaukee and Orlando. Chris, what say you in this one?
Another game with another under. I mean, you know what? Even if Giannis plays, I still think, like Tony, like you said, I don't think he's going to be at 100%. I don't think they're really going to, push him too hard. So you may see him sit on the bench for a good chunk of the game. But again, this all boils down to Orlando not being able to do their part. I think this is. Let's say they score 98 points. Or are we going to expect Milwaukee to pour in high 120s to get us to the over here? No, I don't see it. Give me the under as well.
All right, agreement here on the under, Magic and the Bucks. Guys, check out Pig Dogs Premium. I have my long-term passes up there, 7-day and a 30-day pass over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Chris, let's talk about this. We're getting ahead of ourselves here. Let's go ahead and bring in Chris. All right, here we go. Let's first, before we get to the recap of the picks, let's talk about this Alabama game in Ohio State. Let's give you the current line here, 8 Eastern time. This one is on probably every ESPN channel known to man. We've got Alabama now 9. There's some 8.5s out there. The total fluctuating between 75 and 74.5.
Yeah, I think it is on every ESPN channel known to man. I mean, they have their bases covered here. Covering with all the away feeds, all the sideline feeds, radio feeds, whatever. But that still doesn't take away from the fact this is going to be a fantastic game. I think it's going to be one of the most exciting national championship games that we've seen, maybe ever, if not top 5. Because, you have Alabama. I obviously think they're going to get their fair share of points here. But you know what? This is still an Ohio State team that's got Justin Fields and laden with a ton of NFL talent on their roster. I think that if Ole Miss can put up 48 on you, Florida can put up 46. I think we could see 35-40 from Ohio State here. I see this one at least getting into the 80s. I think this one definitely goes over that number.
Over the number, and I'm looking at taking the points. I'm looking at a one-possession game. That's what I'm looking at here. So if you're looking at a one-possession game, I've got to look at the points. All right, continue here on the drive-through. And let's go ahead and recap the picks from today's show. All right, we all got started here with Brian Bittler was on Northern Iowa +2 against Bradley. Joe D'Amico, Knicks Hornets under 212.5. Kevin Thomas was on Portland Trailblazers -4.5 against Toronto. Chris Ruffalo, Phoenix Suns -5.5 against Washington. El Ninos, Cleveland and Memphis under 206.5. Yours truly was on Orlando and Milwaukee under 226. All right, we'll go ahead and start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I think I got to agree with Al on this Cleveland-Memphis under. I don't see any way. We may need double overtime to get to the first 100. Now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of retract that statement, but I definitely like the under in that spot.
Could be first to 90. First to 90 there in this one. All right.
First to 60.
First to 60. All right. I will agree with you, Chris. I like L there with Cleveland and Memphis under 2, 6.5. All right, L, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Yeah, that 60 was rough, man. I'd take first to 90 there. But I'll go with Kevin's for my favorite, Portland minus the 4.5. Toronto, yeah, they had a good game. I'm still not sold, though.
Still not sold on that. All right, guys, a reminder, we're back here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time Tuesday for another edition of the Drive-Thru. Nice NBA card, huge card from college hoops. We'll be one day closer to the start of the NHL season, so tune in tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Time for another edition of the Drive-Thru. And, of course, it all gets started here, 10 a.m. Eastern Time on the morning on Tuesday with the morning show. Mitch, Ron Zawacki, we got Brian Bittler, Chris Ruffalo on the show. And don't forget tonight, halftime of Ohio State, Alabama. Tune into Mitch's halftime show. Get that halftime pick. Those of you that tuned in last night to that Pittsburgh-Cleveland game, you guys made money. He made you a lot of money in that game. He had it down pat. I mean, down pat with that halftime show. And I'm not just talking about this halftime show. You got to tune in those halftime shows. Those are money right there, guys. So tune into Mitch tonight for his halftime show. Alabama, Ohio State. Of course, have those portable devices, those notifications set for that halftime show tonight. All right, let's go ahead and bring in the crew from tonight's show. Give a nice wave. Good night. Everyone have a good night. Good luck with your picks. Watch the games.